Why is it that some avoidants can stay in very long-term relationships? Let's dive in. Okay, so today we're going to use a little bit of an analogy that will hopefully help this make sense to you. Now, what we are going to be doing, picture two cars, one behind the other, you're in the same lane, traveling in the same direction. Each car represents the two people in the relationship. Doesn't matter which person is which car, that's irrelevant. But you are both traveling in the same direction. And that represents you and your relationship. Now, the other mechanism that we're going to be talking about is the anti-collision system, the automatic braking system that many cars have. The car behind, it senses that the car in front of them has slammed on the brakes or you're getting too close. They will automatically brake to prevent the collision happening. This mechanism, picture that as the avoidance threat system, the alarm system, the survival mechanism that comes on that makes them abruptly withdraw from dating situations. So with both cars, you are in the same lane, one behind the other. You are traveling in the same direction at the same pace. There is a comfortable distance between the two of you. So with this, that collision system, it is on, it is scanning and detecting threats, but nothing has activated the system, so it doesn't have to switch on and hit the brakes. With the dating situation, the pace in which the relationship is moving, the closeness between you and your partner, it's comfortable for both people. But where the problem kicks in, if we are looking at this through the lens of dealing with someone with an avoidant attachment style, if that gap starts to close, the pace might be picking up or they're hitting the brakes and things are getting closer, then that system comes online. So this is where you may see the avoidant go a little bit cold, they withdraw a little bit. So the system has come online. There's a little bit of a warning that it's bumping up against their sort of potential fear of closeness, fear of vulnerability. But where you see the system come fully online is when the brakes get slammed on because things have gotten way too close or things are moving way too fast, or a combination of the two. Now, this is where you may see the abrupt breakup, ghosting, or even potentially a discard. That alarm system, the survival mechanism, has kicked into gear and then they have had to withdraw themselves from the situation. They didn't have to, they just felt like they had to. Now, this analogy can apply to literally anyone. It's not necessarily all about the avoidant attacher withdrawing from the situation. If you are someone who leans more anxious and you come in at your dating partner at 1,000,000 miles an hour, you really try and close that gap of closeness very quickly. You are outpacing the relationship beyond what the other person is comfortable with. That can make even a secure person withdraw, or someone who might be anxious but just slightly less so, they may also withdraw. So it's not just all about villainizing those with avoidant attachment styles. Now, there's two things that we need to reflect on. Firstly is, how do we show up in dating and relationship situations? Do we have insecurities that either make us slam on the brakes really quickly when we probably shouldn't be doing it, or we're doing it in an unhealthy way? Or on the other end of the equation, are we someone who is projecting our insecurities and we're trying to really fast track the pace of the relationship, and that's causing people to freak out and withdraw? In either one of those situations, it's not healthy, and that is our responsibility to have an understanding of what our insecurities are, how we show up in dating and relationship situations, and work on that, because it's not the job of the people that we're dating to manage our dysregulation, manage our insecurities. Now, the other thing that is very important to pay attention to is, if you are dating someone and they are the one who is constantly in charge of the pace of the relationship and the distance between you two, you really need to have a think about, is that person going to be compatible for you long term? Realistically, what is compatible for us is if we are operating out of a relatively secure frame of mind and emotional state, is being with someone where the pace of the relationship is comfortable for both of us. It's not dysregulating for both of us. It is healthy for both of us. The pace is healthy and the amount of closeness and vulnerability that we have is healthy. So if you are someone that you are in a relationship with someone who is moving way too fast, or you are with someone and they keep slamming on the brakes, irrespective of what the imbalance is, that's not the point of the analogy. Most of this is just about self-reflection and trying to identify if you should be with this person. If you have any questions on this, drop them in the comments. And if you want to learn more about attachment styles, dating and relationships, and how to find more security within yourself, follow the Reconnection Code.